What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And y'all, let's go ahead and say this. Hey, everything that's the spiritual truth might not be the physical, how I'm going to say, the physical happiness or something like that, because sometimes it just get that real. And sometimes you got to understand what your spirit be trying to tell you before things actually happen. And sometimes you got to understand not to take it too physical and yet not to take it too light. So you got to learn how to balance between the conscious and the dream world. So when I say that, I'm talking about the Virgo constellation, however you want to see it, the 6th house, or however you want to see it, to the 12th house. You know what I'm saying? Our dream, talking about our dreams and imaginations. It get deep because sometimes your dreams do actually be trying to tell you something that was going on. Now, I want to share something to y'all, and I want to show y'all how I relate to the world, right? Now, before I completely figured out what was going on, who am I, and how things work, and before I actually learned about the universe, I was going off most of the things that was taught to me about the universe or about the world. Just like everyone else starts out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you grew up as a kid nowadays, it's going to be different now. Because my kids ain't going to be able to grow up and say that, because now they're going to grow up in a home where they have no religion like that. And they're growing up with an open mind and stuff like that, to be able to be woke and to know how to move throughout life. Besides giving the mind that someone told them this is what you have to live in. So it's gonna be a big difference between that, because like I said, times is changing. If you ain't check out the last video I posted, go check that out, because time is really changing. And speaking of that, I also said in that video at the end that I want you guys to, you know what I'm saying, tell me what's the best way to be able to communicate with y'all. If I could get y'all all to download Discord apps and we could have personal chats through that, where we mentioning out through the world, so people could see through the lens of a spiritual person, since the other people can't see because they either trapped in the darkness, waving their hand everywhere, grabbing on whatever comes to them, or they just either blind by the light so they can't even see nothing because it's straight just brightness everywhere. So this is what we're going to be able to get deep into. We're going to be able to talk and be able to spiritually vent about certain things, but it ain't just venting, it's just what is going on. And as spiritual people, we the only ones to see what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people don't realize what you see in your dreams sometimes. Sometimes you try to make it out too physical. Sometimes you have a dream about falling and stuff like that, and now you thinking you finna really fall in life, like you finna trip over something. Now you scared to go to the fire and stuff like that. Nah, don't let it be fear. You got to understand how to work through your spirit, through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Once you do it more, it's like practice. You know what I'm saying? To get perfect, and you'll learn how to do it more, so you'll learn how to become the perfect you more. So either way, you're still going to have mistakes, because like I told y'all, the body come with it, bro. But little on that, when we talk about the dream world and the conscious world, it gets deep. Because, say for this, I had a dream that I died, right? And I'm going to explain to y'all the meaning of it. So now you take your own dream and what you learn from it and see it from a spiritual point instead of trying to see it so physical. Because let me explain something to you. It get deep. Because listen, the spirit... Every spirit that died before you, right? The ones that want you to be successful, the ones that want you to go throughout it, they show you stuff whether you want to see it or not, dog. So sometimes they have to come through you in that realm, because sometimes in reality, you so concrete that you don't see it, right? Like me, Virgo sun, so I don't see it sometimes because it get too concrete. That's just for me personally. So like I said, for you, it may be a different way, but trust me, at the end of the day, the only way that's correct is the spiritual way, which is what I'm telling you, to understand how to see it from a spirit and not physical. That's what I mean by that, y'all. So when we get into it, this is how my dream was shaped out. I was like, I don't forgot exactly what was going on, and that's a lot of things that go on with your dreams, because it ain't meant for you to remember that. It be wanting you to grasp the meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can grow from it. So boom, I had an experience where I basically was dying on the ground, and I went through this physically, but it was later on. Y'all get what I'm saying? But literally, I was dying out on the ground, bleeding out, and I had my phone, no cap. I had my phone in my dream, right? And I'm banging everybody. I'm calling everybody line. I'm like, yo, somebody come save me. I'm bleeding out. Right now, I'm on the ground. I'm over here by this Walmart and this and such area. Like, I'm literally telling them where I'm at, because I can remember in my dream where I was, right? So I didn't think about that. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I called my mom, called my aunt, I called everybody in my family, dog. And all of them was too busy for me. They all was doing something. Oh man, I'm way over here doing this. They all was in town, but they all was doing something, some type of work or so. So I'm on the phone, bro. I'm steady listening. I'm like, damn, this is my dream, y'all. Keep that going. So I'm like, damn, why is these niggas so busy? They can't come get me. But in this dream, I'm feeling this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it for real. So I'm talking about I'm feeling myself losing. The more blood I'm losing, the colder my heart getting. Because I'm not only that. See, spiritual blood, see, it get deep, y'all. Because now listen, that's that dream. Now we ain't gonna get too caught up in that dream. I just want to show y'all something real quick, right? We ain't gonna discuss it too much either. So I want to show y'all something. Now you seen how I explained in that dream? I was dying right there, dying. I mean, they had time to listen. They had time to pull up, time to do whatever, to save my life at that time, right? But no one had the time to do it, right? No one, bro. I'm talking about no one, bro. No one. So throughout my life, I always was skeptical about that. That happened about 6 years ago. So this is before my deep awakening, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So before all this going on, I'm so lost. I'm so confused. It got me to a point like, I'm like, boy, I can't even trust my own family. Like, for real. So this is when it got ultra deep. When I went to studying and stuff, I went to getting into my spirit and trying to figure out why I feel like this, why I have these feelings, why I get in these minds. I went to digging deep. Y'all know, just like y'all did, how y'all came on to me. So once I got into this and I started walking through paths, y'all know I went through all the little spiritual shit. When you are halfway up, halfway asleep, I can't think of the name right now, but it ain't even important. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you experiencing it. Then I learned how to move in my dreams. Then I got to the point where like I was back to the paralyzed jump. I went through all the phases and stuff. Some people it might be different for, but just saying. I went through all that and got to a point now that I see what my spirit was saying. All of my experiences after then was just showing me, yo, you finna become something different. And once you become this something different, your family and the people around you is not going to see you as the same person. They're not going to see you as the same person. When you try to explain to them this the person you have always been, they're not even going to want to hear it. So that was that phone, y'all, when I was on that joker trying to communicate, aka that was Mercury through Neptune. Mercury, the God, telling me through Neptune, the other God, like, yo, through his dreams and imagination, yo, this communication, my boy, this real communication spiritually is what about to happen. You better learn now. Jupiter jumped in. You better learn now. Venus jumped in. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You learn, what you love or whatever. You better learn the true definition of love. You better figure it out because it's finna get deep. There's a difference between attachment, somebody don't want to let go, and somebody forcing it. And that ain't love. That is what they convince you love is throughout these old heads with these marriages. They can't even get along. Sitting there farting until they can't even fart no more and dying with each other and hated each other the whole time. That is what my spirit was showing me, bro. And yeah, I get loud and shit like that because that shit, it heat me up. You know what I mean? And it make me feel it. And I'm like, yo, I got to tell these people this. Where am I holding this back from? Who am I going to tell? When it's smoke up in the air and I'm gone to spirit, you know, who the fuck gonna hear it? So this is my Bible and it will be written. You know what I mean? And I want minds to know that, no, don't take it like, oh, that's what Droop did and went through an experience, so you have to do the same. No. Learn how to judge and learn how to be a God. Learn how to look at things and take it for what it is, that you created it, and learn how to work through the situations. So at the end of the day, work with what you got and make the most of it, because at the end of the day, it's more than what people think. And once you start doing that, people start looking at you different. So when I was on the ground bleeding out, all that blood that I had just leaking out, they ain't care nothing about that blood. AKA, they ain't care nothing about my spiritual wisdom, bro. They ain't care. They ain't care nothing about it. And this in the physical world now, y'all. You know what I mean? It plays out like that. Y'all probably had a dream too. Let me know though. That's why I say I want to create a Discord server. Ain't about me talking all the time. We all is here to help each other remember who we are. We are the true spirits, bro. We the only ones that's on this, that's looking for this. These other people don't even want it. So you need to know it's something special about yourself. And I ain't saying this on some bullshit. I'm really from these trenches, bro. Like, so I'm not one of the people that grow up soft and loving and warm-hearted. No, hell no. I grew up with fucking backstabbers, motherfuckers stabbing you in the neck, motherfuckers trying to sleep with your girl, and all that shit that I grew up with that. So at the end of the day, for a person like me to be able to come out and be able to show love through the universe and to show that not being selfish and being a demon and keeping this knowledge for myself, but willing to show it to others, y'all gotta let it be known. Share the videos, man. I'm out. Another good video, man. OG Drill.